Last week, we threw the hottest Lego fashion show ever.
Work it, girl.
And our builders crashed the runway. Hard. DIY moms Michelle and Natalie broke out in style.
It's next level.
With their first win of the season.
What? We won a challenge?
Buddies Dave and Richard and the Science Alliance Moto and Paras crumbled on the catwalk.
We asked for drama and we got it.
But in the end, it was Moto and Paras who had to sashay home.
This challenge just wasn't the one for you.
We did the best we could.
This week, an old friend returns.
Please help me, I need a break.
Oh yeah, he'll be there. But I was talking about this one.
The winner of this challenge will take home the golden brick.
That's what I'm talking about.
For our 9 teams, the stakes are higher than ever.
It can be whatever you want as long as it stays floating in the air.
Excuse me, what? No.
And so are their builds.
We are going to be viewing your build from 360.
The golden brick is on the line.
Holy cow, that's an advantage.
Some teams are hanging by a thread.
This whole thing is hanging from a piece that's this big.
And others are ready to snap.
Mark and Steven, why are you copying our build?
I thought you were copying our build.
Lego drama. They're literally copies of each other.
It all starts now.
Quiet, please, everybody backstage. Here we go. In 5, 4, 3, 2, 1.
All right, what's it gonna be? Okay.
Oh, what is it?
Coming off of a win last week, now there's a lot to live up to.
This competition's absolutely getting harder.
Hello, builders. Welcome back. Every week we throw a pretty big challenge your way, and I know that it's been tough, but don't blame me. Blame the research. See, these are emails from my boss at Fox, and for the past season and a half, I had them going directly into my spam folder, but I decided to finally take a look. So, raise the stakes.
What is happening right now?
Good. Elevate the competition.
Like every week, we get a new challenge and we're like, how are we gonna do this?
Don't be so sarcastic. Okay, that's a great one. Wait, what's this? It says here that I'm supposed to get on a video conference call with my boss here in like 3 seconds. Wait, what? Will. Your boss checking in. How's everything going over at the big Lego Build-O-Rama show? You mean Lego Masters? That's a great name. I love that. Things are good. We're kind of in the middle of a show here, but hold up. Is that Ken Jeong on the call? Avi, that's Ken Jeong.
Hey, Will. Yeah, Fox puts me in everything they do, even their conference calls.
Look, I'm gonna make this quick. I have an idea that's gonna make your show way better. Or at least you're gonna have to pretend it is, because I'm your boss. Are you ready? Yes. No more tables.
Excuse me, what?
No.
No tables? Well, what does that mean? It means I want the contestants to build something beautiful in the air.
In the air?
What?
How are we supposed to do that? I don't know. I'm just an ideas guy.
I'm rather attached to our tables, not quite ready to say goodbye to the tables yet.
I gotta hop on an international sales call. Ken, I better see you in there.
Please help me. Please help me, I need a break. Help me, Will.
Okay.
I don't get it.
Will's boss is a hot mess.
Sorry, teams, but you heard the man. We gotta give him what he wants because he signs my checks, so drop the brick.
You gotta be kidding me.
Above each of your build tables, you'll find one floating Lego Technic brick. And your challenge is to create a build from that brick.
Oh, jeez.
It can be whatever you want as long as it stays floating in the air.
We have never done this before, but I always say that when me and my brother together, we can do anything. But when I say anything, I didn't realize how broad that is.
This challenge is different. Instead of building from a stable table up, you're going to be building from a wobbly brick down. It's really going to be pushing the limit of your technical abilities. And for those of you that can build big, extra points.
On top of technical ability, we are going to be viewing your build from 360. So we want to see story from every angle.
Building an entire creation from a brick.
Yeah.
Just one brick floating. That's pretty crazy.
Steven and I started out really strong. That being said, we've had a little bit of a rough patch, so we're really gonna have to kind of even step up our game even more and make sure that we're always competitive. We want to win some challenges. We want to do really well.
We're giving you 10 hours of build time, and at the end of the challenge, one team will be eliminated. Oh, wait, and I do have one more. According to the research here, audiences love it when I say, your time starts now, get your brick on!
That way.
Okay, so I'm thinking like this tree that's been yanked out of the ground. Why'd this tree get pulled up? Maybe it has balloons on the top of it. Okay.
I was thinking about Jack and the Beanstalk.
Building the beanstalk
I think the beanstalk could be like going all the way close to the floor.
Do you want to brick build this up or out?
I'm really excited about the hot air balloon. I
Me
think
too.
It could be fire. So for this challenge, we get a Technic brick in the air, hanging out. I'm a little nervous because this is not like my forte by any means. But like, let's kind of throw out a bunch of ideas and let's see what sticks. What are things that fly in the air? I love a hot air balloon, actually.
Let's do it like this. We're just trying to make sure we got a strong structure first. Yeah. We can build up on, you know?
We're gonna make some vines that wrap around the bigger beanstalk.
Great idea. What up?
Hi, Will.
What's
How you
up,
doing, Will?
Richard and Dave? So last week was a bit of a roller coaster, going down into the bottom too. Yeah. How are you gonna plan ahead this time?
We're testing as we're going.
What are you guys building? What's the theme here this week?
So we're reimagining a classic fairy tale of Jack and the Beanstalk.
Our build is going to be one giant cloud with a beanstalk that is going through the cloud.
Instead of Jack trying to take things from the giant and Jack are working together to redistribute the wealth.
How is this story sort of connected to you guys?
One of the things that we appreciate is philanthropy and understanding that when you have the most, you can also help people who don't have the most.
I really appreciate that you guys always have a really great message behind your builds. I think it's really, really rad.
All right, thank you, Will.
Yeah, I just need this thing to be strong.
Are we just going to take a look at Zach and Wayne's for 1 second and how long their build already is? There's something exciting happening there right from the start.
Zach is testing the strength of it already. Look at that. And he's putting quite a lot into it.
How big can you build? How big do you want to build?
My brother and I are creating a sperm whale hunting its favorite food, which is the giant squid.
With me, structure dictates the story. So if I can make a strong structure, we can go as big as we want.
I have a feeling this is gonna get bigger than we're expecting.
What do you think of this size-wise? Should I make this center even bigger? Imagine one of the palaces.
Growing up in California, we love to watch the sunsets and the sunrise.
So the way that we decide to incorporate that is to create this whole world in the clouds, painting the sunrise and the sunset. What do you think? What do you think of her?
She's cute. I like her.
We have a lot of work to do if we're gonna make an entire
We
island.
do.
A really popular theme running through the LEGO community is floating islands.
This is right up Steven's alley. He's really, well, he's not the first to do it, but he's really pioneered it and made it popular in the community. I mean, it's true.
Hello, Mark, Steven.
Hi, guys. How's it going?
You guys have been very close to winning in the past.
A couple times.
So what's gonna make it stand out from the crowd? What's your story?
So the name of our creation is Floating Gnome Forest. We're going to have tree branches coming out, and from that, we're going to have hanging houses.
So often when we see you guys build, you're really planning everything. We want to see you let loose.
Gotcha. Okay. Cool. When we are typically facing a build challenge, we're usually going in with a strict plan, but the Brickmasters are explaining to us that we need to let loose.
They're right, because it's a floating island. You know, there's no time for realism.
This is a bit of a challenge, but we're willing to go for something new and let's surprise them.
I have a really good idea cooking here for the colors.
What do you think? Do you think this looks like a planter?
Hello, Natalie. You won the challenge last week.
We did.
How are you feeling this week?
I'm feeling a little bit nervous.
Are you?
After that last week, it's like, oh, you got to come up with something good.
We're building a planter with greenery coming down. Tucked inside is a little fairy.
And her name is Whisper.
Whisper. I like that. Can I voice her in the movie?
Well, I was thinking about that deep Batman voice, and I was like, that's going to be interesting.
I could do different voices.
There you go.
It's totally what I imagined in my mind.
So you're building this planter. Is it just that?
We're gonna do some macrame.
Just got another network note. They said they wanted more arts and crafts. So, okay, great. You guys got to meet my boss at Fox.
I did. What do you think of your boss?
I think he's handsome. And I think that that's probably why he's got the job.
It sounds like you might have a thing for your boss.
I do have kind of a thing for my boss. I think he's special.
Yeah?
Should I grow a mustache, just not related?
No.
No, I should not.
No.
That was really quick.
That's a hard no.
I think the lighthouse is gonna be so much bigger than the pool.
No. No, it's good. It needs to be focal point because it needs to be above and below.
All right.
Will.
Oh.
It's your boss again, just checking in. How's it going? No, I have another top shelf idea that I think is gonna make the show better. What if...
Oh man, bro. What is this challenge? What is this challenge?
What if one team, they could get something like a special brick that gave them immunity?
It's back. The golden brick is back, and stakes just got a lot higher.
We could make it like bronze or silver or gold? Gold. That's great. That would be really great. A golden brick.
We need to win this now.
What do you think? And remember, before you answer, I only like ideas that come from me.
Who is this guy?
Oh, well, I mean, that's a great idea that you just came up with, boss. Perfect. Make it happen right now. Right now? I don't know if I can. Oh. Wow. Yes, I can. Builders. Wow. The golden brick is back.
We're gonna get that gold brick.
Arson. The gold brick's back, and holy cow, that's an advantage.
We missed our first chance, so we are gonna have to really step up our game.
The winner of this challenge will take home the golden brick.
Whoo, the pressure is here.
Now, I know that you're already feeling the pressure, but things just got a whole lot more pressure-y. So, good luck.
Let's do it. Let's get that thing, Mark. I want that thing so bad.
Oh, it'd be nice.
I was wondering when the golden brick would show up again. I was really disheartened, like losing that golden brick only in the third challenge. It would be great to have it back.
You know what's cool, Zach, is that when I first looked over here, you just had this part built and you were almost hanging on it.
Oh, yeah?
And I was like, wow, that's really strong.
It got really big, really quick.
So you're doing a whale and you're doing a squid as well.
Yeah, to give it some more of a story, so then like this whale is attacking this squid, because in nature, that's how it is.
I came up with a good name for your whale. I just thought of it.
Lay it on us.
Moby Brick. Doesn't get better than that. I quit. I'm done. Goodbye, Lego Masters. That's it for me.
We're doing it. Moby Brick, Wayne.
Oh, man.
Moby Brick.
This is going to be the hard part.
Hopefully the clouds is gonna make it
Or
level.
we can be like, it's an air balloon in the wind.
People might go really big, and I don't think we have to go like massive.
I agree.
I think we need to stay within our.
I like our size.
Looking around the room, there are some really big builds out there.
Amazing.
Specifically Zach and Wayne. Ours does not even compare to the size of theirs.
We've been really working on our time management. That's been one of our weaknesses, and we're gonna keep it all simple.
You've got 7 hours left to build! 7 hours!
That's not bad.
So with 7 hours into the build, we're feeling good. Clouds are looking good, the beanstalk's looking good. It's all coming together, just loving it.
It looked like an elevator just dropping like 10 flights down.
Don't worry about it. Don't worry about it.
My heart was in my stomach.
Okay. Just keep doing what you're doing.
Now we have to do it all over.
You've got 7 hours left to build!
That's not bad.
This week's challenge is 1 floating brick. I've never done anything like this before.
Don't worry about it.
Right along. Let me see here. This is a very difficult challenge with a steep learning curve, so there's only a slight room for error.
I'm frustrated that it fell apart. I was testing the stability of this joint right here, and it wasn't strong enough, so I'm gonna put some more support on the side. It's definitely a different learning curve.
These builds need to have core strength because they're hanging midair. This is going to be, I think, a challenge for them.
All we're giving them is one brick that's hanging there, and then the rest is up to them and their imagination.
What are some of the common mistakes that the teams can make?
We're asking them to go big, but there is such a thing as going too big because it could be too heavy if they don't connect it correctly, that it could fall apart.
Man, this thing's getting huge. This is a heavy one.
But if you go too light, every brick you put down can change your balance and make your model go in directions you weren't expecting.
Gently does it.
Oh, looks good.
So those are locked in. I'm a little concerned.
We're working on our planter. We're seeing a lot of other people have builds going up faster than us. We're still trying to figure out what we're doing, so I'm like a little bit intimidated.
Do you think we don't have enough of a story?
I think we'll develop our story once we get our little cottage made.
How can I get this width popping so we can do this?
Did they want to interrupt? Randall and Sarita, how's it hanging?
You know what? It's up in the air right now. We don't even really know.
I got it grown. No, if Will gets it, you get it too.
Tell me the idea of your building.
We're building a hot air balloon with the basket with a little picnic inside.
Our plan for this hot air balloon is to show off that we can build to scale with technical skills in mind.
Have either of you ever been in a hot air balloon?
So I have a story about it.
Okay.
So I had a birthday and I was like, oh, I want to do a bunch of fly stuff.
Yeah.
Literally. So I went to fly a plane and I wanted to hop in a hot air balloon.
You had a pun-themed birthday. No wonder you love it, right?
Now you get it.
Now I get it. Is it solid or is it?
No.
No, if it was solid, then it'd be like super heavy and this would be like, struggling to
The
stay
goal
out.
is to make it hollow. That's also to make sure that we get it done quicker and on time.
Randall, I get the feeling that you're kind of in charge of this one.
A little bit.
Yeah, she was in charge more the last challenge. This challenge, I came up with it. She said she was rocking with it. We've struggled previously with time management. So the strategy here in this challenge is to divide the labor up so that she's working on the basket and I'm working on the hot air balloon.
All right, it seems like you guys need to get building.
Yeah, we're gonna stay fly at this point, you know?
Oh, horny.
Yeah, you know what? It's just a bunch of hot air.
Oh.
Wow, no, that was trash. Okay, I see you, Will. I see you.
The master is alive and well.
Okay.
That lighthouse looks really nice. Try not to break my turtle.
So we're from Michigan, and running all up and down the shoreline, we have these big, beautiful lighthouses. So we're making a sea turtle, and then above him, there's gonna be a lighthouse with a light shining out of it. And then below him, there's gonna be some brightly colored coral. This needs to look beautiful from all angles.
We've been in the middle, and we've been in the bottom too.
But if we got this golden brick, it would at least guarantee us one more challenge. We're just gonna try to give it everything we've got.
All right, what's next?
That looks awesome. We got this.
I love this idea. I've wanted to build a tree for a while. For this challenge, we are building a birthday party in a tree house, and we really did this in honor of my daughter. My daughter's so excited and so supportive of me being here. I want to make sure her next birthday is really special. So this will give me some inspiration. We can hide the connection So that looking from underneath, all we see is brown roots. Okay.
Hey, guys.
Hello.
How's it going?
We're fine. You look a little winded.
I'm a little winded because I'm blown away by some of your builds. Is that good? That was pretty good.
Wow. Dang.
Tell us a little bit about what your idea is.
So we're going with floating islands.
We're gonna have different crops growing on each one and waterfalls flowing down. And we're hoping to incorporate some motion into it with a little windmill on the top of our build.
You guys have kind of got this reputation now for doing stuff that's innovative and unique.
Yeah.
Right?
Unfortunately, Steven and Mark seem to have the same idea as we do.
Wait, what?
The nerve of some people.
Instant reality show drama. One team is doing the same thing as the other team. Jacob, call them out.
Mark and Steven! Yeah, why are you copying our build? Oh, I thought you were copying our build!
Wait,
no.
wait,
What?
They clearly copied us!
And not only that, they're literally copies of each other, because they're twins.
It's what we do!
This is so confusing and meta and huge.
Man, that was exhausting.
were running, wasn't you?
Tell you. We have to make sure we have some time for the squid because this looks like it's going to take at least a solid hour. You're going to have to hurry up, Wayne.
In the beginning of the challenge, I was working on this little basket, but the goal is to knock out the bottom part first and then work on the top as we need some more height. We have like 15 layers left on the bottom, and then we can start focusing on the top.
What are Randall and Sarita doing over there? It's like really big.
Zach and Wayne's is pretty cool.
It's huge. It's getting bigger.
Ours looks so itsy bitsy teeny weeny.
I know. Last week we won a challenge, so we're feeling the pressure. I know the Brickmasters are looking for size. I don't think there's any way we can build a whale. So now we're feeling even more of the pressure of like, okay, let's lean into some of the ideas that do feel reachable.
All right, so that is not working exactly how I thought it would.
But with the amount of time we have, we're not feeling super confident.
This is kind of like intense over here.
And we're so worried it might not be exactly what they're looking for.
I don't want to play favorites, but that was probably the best commercial break ever. Great job, Fox. So our teams have been hanging out for a while now. They're not getting any better, the puns, by the way. No. But... How do you think they're holding up? Okay, that one was an accident, honestly.
Okay.
That was not...
Mark and Steven are really letting loose and letting their imagination lead in this challenge, and I'm really excited about what's coming out of that.
Yeah, what about Michelle and Natalie?
They've got great technical skills, but I think they're not totally sure where they're taking this idea, and that's a dangerous place to be. And then we have Zach and Wayne, huge, vast builds, but can they get the details in that are actually going to make us care about their builds?
And we haven't actually seen their characters come together, which will really potentially bring their story to life.
I'm just blown away by their creativity, and I just want you guys to know that you need to lay off these teams. I love them. And you're so judgy. I know it's your job.
I know.
I don't think I'll have time for anything else but the butterflies.
How are we gonna make it feel magical?
I'm trying to make it feel like finished.
This is looking good. Feeling confident about the sphere.
I am.
I'm feeling confident about this little basket.
So which side is heavier right now? This side?
The right side, but now it's even
Pretty
more even.
Are you working on the weight distribution at all?
I'm still not sure how to bring that over.
How's the balance? Pretty good?
I don't know if this is gonna stay up like we want it to.
Put a weight on the bottom.
Man, guys, that's so cool.
Oh, thanks.
Oh, I really like
Yours
it.
is real cool too.
No, it's just big.
Big is cool. They asked for big.
What can we have that's like very magical? I mean, could we have something else coming out of there?
Hello?
Hey.
How's the whale in the room doing?
It's huge.
It is huge, and we can see some huge tentacles here taking over the table.
Oh, yeah.
So what's your plan?
We're gonna attach the squid at the bottom, then start wrapping the tentacles around it.
Do you think you bit off more than you can chew, or are you still feeling comfortable?
We'll really find out once we get this thing all mounted.
I can't wait to see when this comes on how it becomes a dynamic scene, because you've got our attention. It's big.
Yeah.
But we also want to care about it. We want to make sure that this interaction is really dynamic. All right.
Good luck. We'll let you get back to it.
All right, thank you.
The bigger the swale is, the more detailed each individual part of the whale becomes.
We bit off a big bite, and we're gonna chew it, and we're gonna love it.
Oh boy, Zach, you know it's bad when a single tentacle is heavy.
Guys, I got another network note here.
Yeah?
This is great. Be nicer when yelling at contestants.
Is that possible?
1 hour left!
What? 1 hour?
1 hour left and you'll all smell great.
What?
Trying to be nicer when I'm yelling at the contestants.
Never gonna get done in time.
Oh, it's fun having her come out of the rainbow. I think she's gonna get covered up there, though.
I'm like nervous about our time.
Once it hits about 30 minutes swim, we'll start mounting the squid.
Okay.
Just to duplicate this at this point, because we're gonna go straight up.
Hi.
Hi, Will.
Hi, Randall.
What's good, man?
How is putting this balloon together right now going?
It's going
A little
okay.
tough? 'Cause there's a lot on the line here today. You
I
know,
know.
Oh,
The golden brick.
the golden brick. This is tough what you're doing right
This
now.
is tough.
we're about to align it.
Oh, man.
I know, the pressure. You
Oh,
see it
no.
firsthand. If this hot air balloon doesn't do what we expect it to do, we could go home. When we are connecting the top to the bottom, how are we gonna close it in a way that adds up? I'm like, some of my pieces are not as tight as I need them to be. I'm stressed.
Is it gonna fit?
No!
Oh my gosh, this is heavy. For our 5th challenge, we have to build in the air on one Technic brick. I've never built to this scale in this particular way ever before.
About to align it.
Is it not adding up? Is it gonna fit? Is it gonna fit?
Yeah. It's gonna add up.
We really have a lot at stake here. The bricks aren't as tight as I need them to be. Like, it's complete. But I don't really know.
Good luck, you guys.
Thank
Thanks,
you.
Will.
It's connecting.
Okay.
I just gotta apply some pressure.
We're running out of time, Wayne.
You might not be able to get them all, but they look really good. Just do the corners, just do the corners.
A little bit careful as you...
Yeah, that's good.
I see it wobbling.
You guys all right? What happened? Do we have a little break?
A little break.
Ryan, crucial or no?
No, I think it's very possible to put it back together again.
We have to make it crucial for the show because it's TV. I want to have one of those promo moments where you're like, I can't go on, or like, this is not gonna work, and then you storm off or something.
No, I gotta make it work.
Okay, I'll do it. Guys, this thing is falling apart. It's not gonna work.
I'm sweating.
1 minute left. 1 minute.
Run, Jen, run.
Are there any more like gaps?
Oh, that looks nice.
30 seconds.
Can you reach the back?
You almost don't want to touch it.
Yeah. that last minute catastrophe.
As long as we don't touch anything, we should be fine.
I want to see some builds getting wrapped up.
Down to the wire.
Oh, this here.
3, 2, 1. Time's up. Bricks down.
Oh, man.
You've taken one floating brick and turned it into a masterpiece. Wow, there are some impressive builds hanging out here.
Looking around the room at some of the other builds, they're pretty impressive. I know that we could have done more with our fairy garden. We could have made it a little bit more spectacular. So I'm
feeling
scared.
nervous.
I'm not ready to go home.
Brickmasters, the golden brick is on the line. Are you ready for this?
Yes.
All right, let's go look at some floating builds. Hi, Caleb and Jacob.
Hello.
Tell us a little bit about your build today.
For our build, we have Farmer Frederick's Floating Fields, a 4-tiered growing paradise. One day, these massive crop-eating insects attack like locusts. Farmer Frederick blasts the insects off the island with water. But he doesn't realize there's a nest that has been built into the main island. Farmer Frederick's future is unknown.
Oh, there he is right there, squirting him off. That's fantastic. Just as it comes around. You guys built this out of one piece, hanging in the air, and then built this whole model out from that. Was it super challenging?
It was difficult at times, especially lining up like the waterfalls and stuff.
We're talking about 360 storytelling. I think there are those little details everywhere around your build for us to find, and you can tell that you guys have had fun with them. I also love the scale that you've played with, this massive building on this tiny island.
Thank you. You guys, you go all in. It's really great to see.
Awesome job, Caleb and Jacob. Really.
Thank you so much.
Hi, Lauren and Brian.
Hi.
Guys, what's your story here today with your build?
Our build is the Palace of the Sky Painters. Perched in their crystal castle in the clouds, we have the two sky painters, sunrise and sunset. And together, their brush strokes combine and they meet at the sun.
You've given us a great, fluffy cloud as the setting, and that's really difficult to do. Almost want to go and have a little nap on it. It looks so soft. But I think the characters, they're lacking a little bit of detail that could have really brought them to life.
Great job, Lauren and Brian.
Thank you, guys.
Hi, guys. Dave, Richard.
Hey.
Tell us about your build.
For our build, we have a dynamic retelling of the fairy tale, Jack and the Beanstalk.
We built a gigantic cloud where the giant lives and keeps all of his treasure, a harp, a goose, and gold coins.
After Jack's magic bean grows up to the giant's cloud, Jack climbs the beanstalk. But instead of stealing from the giant, Jack tells the giant of the plight of those below.
The giant understands and shares his wealth with Jack, who spreads it amongst those in need.
I think that's really powerful. And I love that you have some of that attention that draws our eye up. Because where I am picking some flaws is when you look underneath. And for me, I think those clouds have really lost their fluffiness. But I am very happy to see you've covered that beam. And you've really managed to keep that illusion of this something that's hanging magically in the air.
Thank you. Great job, David Richard.
Cool. Thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you.
You want to put your hand on it and keep it turned? I just want to see our little girl's face. There we go. Looking around the room, I can see wow factor, except for ours. It's just smaller than everyone else's. So I'm hoping our story will really wow the judges.
Shannon Susan. Shannon Susan.
Hi. This build is not quite what I wanted it to be. Everybody's got wow factor. I'm worried our wow factor is a little dim compared to the rest of theirs.
You want to tell us a little bit about your build?
Here we have our birthday girl up in her tree house, and she wonders what would happen if she had too many balloons. She sees this tree just lift out of the ground and soar into the sky.
Brickmasters, what do you think?
I would love to have seen maybe a few more balloons because they are such a great pop of color that grabs your attention. And I love so many of the details that you have in your build, but I think you've got so many of these great details on the front and lesser so in the back.
Thank you.
Great job.
I had this vision in my head of what our wow factor was going to be, and I don't think we quite made it. We just didn't quite have enough time to finish.
Marie and Philip, this looks awesome.
What we have here is a magical sea turtle that has a lighthouse on its back, and he's swimming over lots of brightly colored coral. His goal is to wander the ocean looking for lost and weary travelers who need to be guided back to shore.
It's really hard to build animals that people know, and I think it's a big risk to take. You've delivered it really well.
It's really well crafted. I believe now the coral could be in Lake Michigan. But it feels almost like it's coming from the turtle rather than being around the turtle. It would have been nice to just spread it out a little bit more.
Sure. Yep. Congratulations.
Oh, well done.
Michelle and Natalie.
We call this Whisper's Planter.
And Whisper earns her name flying house to house, speaking life to all of the plants. She's got a lot of flower power for a minifig that's 5 studs tall.
You guys have this amazing skill to take Lego bricks and make them into something that doesn't even look like Lego. And I think people watching this at home will be like, that is not Lego, that is a houseplant.
You have a lot of nice brick-built details that are hard to see. So sometimes when you know how to build, that's not always enough. It's know when not to build, to allow a little bit of breathing space so that way you can actually go in and enjoy the things that you have built.
You know, sometimes there's challenges that you're super pumped up about, and then there's other ones that you're like, okay, how can we cross the finish line?
Yeah, but we're on the 5th challenge. You can't be crossing a finish line. You guys are gonna be racing the whole way through.
After hearing the judges' critique, I'm shaky. I just keep looking at Natalie like, oh.
Maybe it's enough to get by this round. Last week we won a challenge. That's a hard dive to take.
Hi, Mark and Steven.
Guys. We pushed ourselves all throughout this challenge to really amp it up. We're really hoping that our gamble pays off. Yeah. For this challenge, we built the floating gnome forest. Long ago, gnomes and butterflies were at odds in a delicate, fragile rock world. The fighting got them nowhere, so the gnomes and butterflies agreed to become friends. The butterflies allowed the gnomes to take flight to protect their shared land. Now, the once warring beings work together in harmony.
We push you guys to let your imagination loose. And wow, have you let your imagination loose? I mean, this build really, really excites me. When you look at this build from a distance, you see these beautiful red leaves and this plant kind of hanging from the ceiling. And then when you go closer, you see an entire world hidden away in there.
You have so many different things going on, and yet no matter which way it turns, it's level. It seems effortless, but I don't think people really appreciate how much effort it takes to make sure that it just works. That's where it's really special.
Great job, you guys.
Really well.
Thanks guys so much. They really like it. Is it exciting? Yeah. They even said it was exciting. Holy cow.
Hi, Randall and Sarita.
What's up, man? I'm looking at the Brickmasters judging other teams' builds, and seeing how they really react to the details. And I'm looking at ours, and I'm not that confident.
Randall and I have created a hot air balloon with a bold color. It has the basket with some people inside having the little picnic.
From across the room, it does stand out. I think where I'm challenged is when I go close to it. This seam didn't quite come together, and it's those polishing details that you really can't lose sight of.
I would love just to have a few more little story details.
Thanks so much.
Thank y'all so much.
Well done.
Well done.
Well done.
Really did an awesome job, so congrats.
Shout out to you.
Zach and Wayne, wow, so when the judges said go big, you took that note really well.
We were originally planning for just 3 feet. For some
Became
reason,
5'6".
Tell us about your build.
This is a sperm whale eating a giant squid. It's a battle between some of the largest and longest things in the ocean. In this situation, size really does matter.
We haven't seen a build this big for a 10-hour build. It's amazing to see how big it is, but also how stable it is. And I think that's a testament to your building abilities.
And we asked for a 360 story, and I think the way you've wrapped this squid around, I feel like I'm in the action, no matter where I'm standing. Also, like, wow, you've got a lot of details in. I think this eye just stands out for me. That is just a really great detail. Overall, I'm just in awe of the scale, and shows that you guys really know what you're doing.
Thank you.
So what's really incredible about the size of this is that this whole thing is hanging from a piece that's this big. I mean, that's pretty remarkable.
It shows why everybody should love our bricks, especially Technic bricks.
This is not a commercial, Jamie. Today, we leveled up the competition and threw one of our toughest challenges ever your way. But now this hang sesh is over, and it's time for the Brickmasters to figure out who finished on top and who's going home.
This challenge, we really pushed ourselves, see how far we can go with an idea. And we're really hoping that it pays off.
I'm super optimistic. We absolutely do not want to go home. We're in it for the long haul. We're hoping we're not in the bottom 2.
All right, so builders, as expected, you crushed it and wowed the Brickmasters with your unbelievable floating creations. 2 teams rose to the top, but only 1 team is gonna leave here with this, the golden brick. Brickmaster Amy, who are your top 2 teams?
There were 2 teams that had a real wow factor. Zach and Wayne.
Yeah.
And Mark and Steven.
Let's do
Up
this.
against our buddies Zach and Wayne once again.
Here we are.
The golden brick is on the line. We missed our first chance, so we're wanting to win this.
Zach and Wayne, at the beginning of this challenge, I said if you could build big, I'd be impressed. I'm happy to say I'm impressed. And your story was dynamic.
Thank you.
Mark and Steven, we loved seeing your imagination run wild. You guys have incredible technical skills, but you make it look absolutely effortless.
All right, which team had the best build and will win the golden brick?
The winners of this challenge Mark and Steven.
Congratulations, Mark and Steven, on your first win.
We're starting to finally feel this competition out. It's been rough.
Come get it.
It's a great time to get a first win, and Steven plucking that brick from Will's hand is such an incredible validation. Sometimes you really have to derail the stuff you're familiar with, and that could be terrifying, but you know, the reward has obviously been very good, in my humble opinion.
Now remember, that brick provides immunity for 1 challenge if you choose to use it. But if you don't use it, and you end up in the bottom 2, I have to take it back.
Understood.
Congratulations on the big win.
Good job, guys.
We're always humbled by the fact that the judges think that we offered something that was worthy of the top 2, but we're gonna have to prove ourselves every single time that we're here. Mark and Steven, they take this one.
Now, the hard part. Jamie, please give me the names of the bottom 2 teams.
We did struggle because we saw so much good in so many of you, and so many of you are really growing as builders and doing a great job. And that first team, Michelle and Natalie. And our second team, Randall and Sarita.
Michelle and Natalie, you had a chance for a really magical and fantastical creative story. It was hidden behind all the leaves.
Randall and Sarita, it was a real joy to see your hot air balloon, and it really got our attention to want to come closer. But when I start looking at those finer details on how it's constructed, all of those little imperfections were too visible to not see. This seam didn't quite come together.
Well, I hate to say this, but we do have to say goodbye to one team. Brickmasters, who's it gonna be?
The team that unfortunately has to go home today is Randall and Sarita.
It's been such an experience for us, getting to know you and watching you build. You know, we're really gonna miss you very much. I think I speak for everybody when I say that.
It's been a blessing. Thank you for teaching me, and I hope to get better.
I never thought in my lifetime that I would be at a Lego competition. I had the great pleasure to meet some amazing people, so thank y'all, thank y'all.
Sadly, your Lego adventure ends here. Please turn in your minifigs and say goodbye.
Thank y'all so much. Being on Lego Masters was a gift, and I'm so glad that you took this journey with me.
It was an honor, my friend. It's something that I hold dear in my heart for this lifetime and the next.
Let's get it, baby. Let's get it.
This has been a whole new world. We got to stand with some giants in the Lego community, which we're really, really grateful for. I love you, Rianzo.
Next week. Your first challenge is to build an exact replica from memory.
Oh my gosh. First.
For your second challenge, each team will build a wild, remote-controlled concept car that's gonna fight it out in the Demolition Derby.
You're seeing another side come out in some of these builders.
Let's get pumped up!
We're pumped up! You're all going down! Especially Mark and Steven!
You guys are pumped up, right? We're pumped. Ready, set, go!
Oh!